Presently, there are 16 million refugees in the world. That's the lowest number of refugees in the history of the modern refugee program, World Refugee Program. However, 16 million is a lot, and especially that we are talking about human beings who had to flee their countries, cities, and homes. Someone that would see me on the street, unless I would open my mouth, would not know that I was a refugee. So you have refugees that come with education, you have refugees that come without education. What they bring to Louisville is the world.
My life in Vietnam is very tough. It's very different. My parents are very poor. We don't even have a home. A lot of kids will know that they will have a meal ready on the table, food to eat, but with me and all my sisters, that's not a guarantee for us.
That time we were more than 120,000 Iraqi refugees. And after that they said for 6 months there is a curfew from 6 till 4. Nobody go out the tent. We live in tents. And over there, even if they see somebody walking at 5 p.m., they kill people. I mean, we see from the tent, we see people bleeding. You cannot go. Some people try to help them, they kill them.
I do remember a lot of it, all the bad stuff. I mean, you will see people with guns on the streets, We lived in a house that was 3 stories. Like if you go on top of the roof, you lay down at night and you look up in the sky, and it's dark, but all you see is just a bunch of lights passing through, which were bullets, you see it just flying,
And still to this day, even though there's no communism in Russia anymore, and still there is I would say persecution of certain religious groups and sects and movements. Yeah.
I was born in Cuba. In the city is called Holguin. When I became a physician, I had in my mind that I want to be a doctor, not for me, but for anyone else. I'm prepared to solve medical problems and not political problems. We were becoming political fingers or somebody or someone.
I never thought of any place can be this beautiful. I don't know, it's just like the wildest dream. You know how people say if they die, they want to be in heaven. I don't know if I can really feel that when I die, but I know when I live, I actually felt heaven when I first came here.
People, telling us about stories, you will get lost and you are going to New York. Oh my God, over there, don't talk with anyone. You will get killed. You will, the media over there, because people, they don't educate people. They don't like to educate people and tell them, okay, in America, they have freedom. In America, they could talk about everything. People here, when I ask somebody, even if I don't speak English, they try to work with me with a body language and understand my face. And some people, they understand what I need and help me.
America is a very nice country, but you have to do the right thing. Even to enter here and even inside here. We have been separated from my children 1 year. It's hard. It's very hard. Because you saw them born, you saw them grow up. You have been separated too much time. They know that sometime we're going to be together again.
the way they explained America is a rich country, the richest country in the world, the best country in the world, the greatest, all these great things, so I thought, I would probably own my own soccer stadium, right next to my house. I came here, I was like, wow. So this is like a real place, it's not fantasy, but it's real. I mean, you have the opportunity to do things, but it's real.
Apple in my country is really expensive. And here we can eat a big bags of apple. In my country, I cannot even touch an apple because it's so expensive. And my mom will buy one apple for 7 of us to share. And the first thing we will do is we pass around the apple just to smell the apple because it smells so good. So when we first came here, my dad bought us a big bag of apple. Oh my God, can I have 2 that instead of we have to share 1 apple this time? So we share a big bag of apple, and instead of eat 1 bag of apple per day, 5 of us, we eat like 3 or 4 bags of apple just because we never have it.
There are programs like the United States Refugee Resettlement Program. There are 23 countries in the world that have this kind of program like the United States. 40 countries in the world temporarily host refugees. But in those countries, refugees don't have any status. In fact, they get a refugee status from the United Nations, but they cannot get legal status in those countries. They cannot work, and in most instances, they just live in camps, sometimes for years or decades. The goal of the United States Refugee Resettlement Program is early financial self-sufficiency. Therefore, refugees don't stay too long in public assistance.
My dad, he worked 2 to 3 jobs when we first came here. My mom worked 2 jobs. This is really the land of opportunity. If you really want to make it work, you have to work for it. You don't sit there and complain and expect things will just fall in your lap. So we just worked, and the first 6 months, guess what? My dad bought our first house. And it take him only 6 months. We saved every penny.
I got an apartment, no carpet, was a wood, and then I got some newspapers and put them on floor, and I slept on them. I have to work. I need to get some money to save some money to get car, bed, and this is nobody gonna see it because this is in my apartment. I have to get me first nice clothes and a car, so I could work. Then after that, this is, I call it accessories. I'll get it later on.
They have the same rights as any other American. The only difference is their ability to speak English. Now, if they come with education, if they don't have English, it's hard to show